Todd, is that the best win you've been a part of at the club?
Yeah, it's right up there. Yeah, we've had a couple of good ones this year, but given we played a top four team tonight, really tough conditions. I don't think we had a lot of ball in that first 20-minute period of the game, and won the game on the back foot, on the back of our defence. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased.
The defence is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Why was it so good tonight? It's been good all year. Why has it been so impressive? Such a turnaround.
Look, repetition in the off season, and we've got combinations that have been together now for a long period. We haven't faced any injury challenges as yet, and want and desire and willing to keep working hard for your teammate, which is great to watch.
Coming into the match, people said this was a big test for the side coming up against a heavyweight of the competition. Is that the way you sold it to your players to make a statement tonight?
Not necessarily. Like, I thought we oversold it against the Roosters, and we probably got into the game a little bit uptight, and this week we tried to put the focus on ourselves. We wanted to play the game the right way and control the ball and be good with our discipline, but we didn't do it, and we had to work really hard defensively because of it. At no stage did we talk about making a statement. We just said we had an opportunity against a good team and proved to ourselves, that we're heading in the right direction.
Has this side showed tonight that they are a contender and made that statement?
Oh, I guess so, yeah. But I always believed after the first couple of rounds that we could be a good team.
At the start of the season, before the ball was kicked, there were people who had you guys running last and didn't give you much hope. But did you always have faith and confidence, knowing the youth you had coming through and guys like Chad adding to that you could be this kind of side?
Yep. There were some tough moments last year, and we made some really long-term decisions in the back end of last year, which are starting to bear fruit now. We got some game time into some of our kids. Tommy did, and we stuck solid with him when he first got to the club after 4 or 5 games. We just needed to add a little bit of leadership and some good people into our environment. And Chad, Pet, Jermaine Tanua-Brown, those three in particular have made a real difference to what we're doing on and off the park.
Scotty Drinkwater, I guess, why was he left out of the side to start the season, and what did you see turn around in him to get himself back and the way he's been playing?
Well, he missed a period after Christmas through injury and COVID, so I gave Tommy D the jump. And then Tommy and Chad just got more reps in that period, and I know how talented Drinky is and what he provides for our team, but I just know Tommy would fight and scrap defensively, and we picked the team on defence to start the year, and Drinky's come in and got an opportunity and he's playing really well. He's made a real difference to what we're doing with the ball, and after his first game for us against the Warriors, he's really made an adjustment as a fullback, getting our line organised, and again, he's been really strong for us.
What do you think you do now in terms of Hammerside come off the bench tonight, but he's a great player in his own right? How do you squeeze him in?
Yeah, it's a great headache to have. Corresponding game against Parramatta last year, we had a right edge where one was on debut. We had a guy out of position playing in centres. We had Tommy Dearden, his 4th game for the club, and Heelam in the edge back row, who'd had 5 games of first grade. So at the moment, we had Jermaine Tanua-Brown, who's a first grader, Jake Granville, who's a first grader, not be part of the team tonight, and we've got Hammer, who's a Ferrari, sitting on the bench, and it's about giving yourself to the team, and that's what our players have done so far.
He's a superstar, but is he happy to ride the bench if that's what it means for the team?
Oh, look, I'm sure he'd prefer to start, no doubt, but he will put the team first, and I think you saw in a couple of his movements tonight that, I spoke to him after the game, he felt a pinch, and, we're probably fortunate that we didn't start him.
tonight's result. What about the belief that it's kind of instilled in this team? Coming here, did you believe that they could be progressing this well that quickly?
Yeah, I mean, always I believe you can win. Our team can win every game we play. You know, I think we had a great week of training. We've probably had a good month, to be honest. Todd spoke about consistency. I think we've had some really good consistent training, consistent performances. We've been in every game now. You know, I think it's round 8. We've been in every game bar one. And I think the combinations of our team, the cohesion, the expectations of what our coaches have driven into us is really starting to hit home. And I really enjoyed tonight's performance, especially on the defensive side.
You know, premiership contending teams, does this side feel like that?
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to get too carried away with ourselves at the moment. You know, it's a long season. For us, you know, it's a cliche, but you know, we're taking 1 week at a time. We want to get better. You know, we just had our bit of a debrief before, and we know we've got improvement in us. But you know, we're ticking the boxes at the moment. We've had a pretty hectic schedule over the last 2 weeks with a fair bit of travel. So, looking forward to getting back home next week against the Knights.
What about celebrating game 200 in a game like that, performance like that?
Yeah, it was great. I guess when you start out in the NRL, you never really aim for milestones, but I guess it's a cool feeling. You know, had a bit of time of reflection yesterday after captain's run, just on my journey. It's been a great journey. I've really enjoyed everything I've done in my career so far. The people I've met, the ups and the downs. I wouldn't change a thing, and I'm really, really excited to see what we can do for the rest of the year with this side.
Well, speaking about journeys, Ruben Cotter. Yeah. What about his journey? People are talking about him as a possible Origin bolt. He was unbelievable tonight.
Well, if they're looking for a 14 to play off the bench, yeah, absolutely. He played 80 minutes through the middle as a lock. He made 55 tackles. He's tough and tenacious. He's off the back of 3 knee reconstructions. Yeah, he's had a difficult time to get where he is at the moment. So it's really good to see him string some games together. The kid he's a great kid. He's from Serena. He's North Queensland through and through, and he's what our club's about.
Finally, Kyle Felt. Was it a plan to exploit young Perrin there and kind of the experience of Kyle?
I think both of our wingers are good in the air. I guess it was part of the plan. Yeah,
it definitely was.
Yeah. Without giving too much away, but Feldy's in some pretty good form at the moment. Both wingers are, so yeah, it's good to see.
Thanks, guys.
Too easy.